Hello. How's it going? I'm going to skip the awkward intro because I can't think of an intro. I would take an awkward intro, actually, but can't think of an intro, so I'm going to skip it. Welcome to the HITMANLABS All the Mods 6 server, Season 1. Actually, that might be a little premature. I'm going to make a test video here and see how I like it. This is the spawn. And yeah, what I'm going to do today is make a test video, just do kind of some starting out stuff, explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it here, and see if this looks good. I'm going to check out audio stuff. I've worked pretty hard to try to get the audio decent, but I am using just a regular headset mic. I have a better mic that I could use, but I had trouble with it making some weird noises after about a minute of recording. It seems to be an OBS issue, although I'm not 100% sure it works fine if I use like Audacity or something like that. So anyway, and I've had some issues with items looking funky. You can tell that I have Optifine installed and I'm running shaders. I'm running Seuss shaders. For a while, I was getting weird like squares around these, and I think what I did was I turned off. I think it was in performance. I turned off fast render and turned on or I had fast math on already. But I know in the older shader packs, it used to be that if you tried to turn fast render on, it would tell you like you can't even enable shaders with fast render on. So it might have actually, that might have been the problem. But things look pretty good right now. So yeah, I'm running out of daylight, so I should probably get to work. So I wanted to live in a redwood or red oak forest, which is the biome that we're in right here. And I'm going to be playing with my kids. They're going to be on here eventually. And so they like kind of the Guyana Shield and some other stuff. And if we look at the map, we'll see, I say Guyana Shield, I don't even know. You can see this over here is actually Guyana Shield or whatever that is. We've got this red, you can't actually see this map is so weird. Like down here it says it's Redwood Tropics. This is actually Mangrove Marsh or something. This up here is Redwood Tropics. When you fly over the biomes, they're fine, but on the map it's a little weird. This is, you know, whatever. This is Cherry Blossom Forest. I have to look over here to see that, but you can see at the bottom of the screen hopefully. Then there's a scrubland over here. There's some desert up here. I was just flying around trying to figure out what kind of world I'd like to play in and what kind of biome I'd like to live in. And I saw this and I was like, you know what? I want one of those. So then I just started up a world with our seed, which is just HML1. It's what I always use for seeds. And it gave me this as the spawn. And so I thought, well, that's perfect. So I'll show you what I was talking about. If I come right over here, 6, need those. Yeah, so up there you can see that's the Guyana Shield or whatever. And I hope I'm not saying that in a way that will completely embarrass me. I'm sure it's not correct, but I'm going to get to work just doing some of the like initial basic junk. If I do any exploring or something, I'll bring you guys back and let you see a little of that. Be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. You can see that I took a little damage. I actually died once. There's my death marker. Oh, great. This is actually pretty fortunate that we got a Enderman right there. That's pretty cool. Anyway, this place is deadly. I got killed once by a skeleton. I was out of food. I was just walking around trying to figure out what was going on. Ran out of food, couldn't run away, shot me in the water right there. And then so I just like dug a hole. There's gonna be a creeper right there. I dug a hole and just like hid for the night, which now I don't even know where the hole is. I think it's right here. Yeah. So I dug a hole, got a bunch of stone and a little bit of iron, some other things. So what we're going to do is we're going to get started with our first set of tools. So I think what we'll do is I'll get set up for crafting my silent gear tools, or at least the beginning of those. We need to find some gravel. So I'm going to go do that, find some gravel, try to get a piece of flint. If I can get a piece of flint, then we can get started with a knife, and I'll come back and show you guys how to do all that. So I'll be right back. All right, so it's going to be dark for a minute. I'm going to make a furnace real quick, so I got a little bit more cobblestone. Whenever you eat new foods with Pam's Harvest Craft, or at least with this version, you get a potential for extra hearts. So every once in a while, if you eat a new food, you'll get an extra heart. Well, that's really cool. I like that a lot. one of the mods that I used to play with a lot was Spice of Life, and I love it. My kids hate it. Spice of Life makes it so you have to eat a bunch of different things, and people get annoyed with it and whatever. They don't like that. But I've always really liked that aspect because it makes food interesting. Well, one of the things that they do have for 1.16, Spice of Life, the original, isn't available for 1.16, but what is available is Spice of Life Carrot Edition. And so instead of punishing you for not eating different kinds of foods, what its purpose is to give you incentive to eat different foods. And the incentive is getting extra hearts. You can get a ton of extra hearts. Well, as far as I can tell, you get kind of the same thing with Pam's Harvest Craft. At least I think it comes from Pam's. I'm not even sure, but in the latest version of the game, or in the latest version here in 1.16. So far, I've been really impressed. It actually runs really well. The mods that are available are amazing. I should probably go through the mod list here in a minute with you and just talk about some of the mods I'm excited about. But anyway, to start, I think the way you do this is you make a knife, although I need 2 sticks. So I'm going to be getting really short on wood. I may not even have enough wood. So you take 2 sticks and you make these they're like tough rods or something like that. I know that's a rough rods. Okay, so you take a rough rod and you do that, and then you get a crude knife. Now you can go straight for like these blueprints, and I think you can get those if you can get the blueprint paper, which just takes paper and blue dye. Those will last for multiple uses. These templates only last for a single use, and to do that, you have to take a piece of, I think it's a piece of wood like that, and your knife, which I just lost. What happened to the knife? There it is. Yep, there we go. So we get these template boards, and then for template boards, you can do different things. So if we want to make, for instance, I think one of the first things we're going to do is make a pickaxe. So you can take the pickaxe template and you can just make it as if the template boards were the material you were making it out of. So we're going to go ahead and use 2 sticks and make a template board. And then now you can put this in here and you can do stuff like, I'm not exactly sure how all this works. I think you put a stick and then you put the 3 materials up there like that. Yep. Now, once we make this, our template board is going to be gone. So we'll make that. But the good thing about this is that we can actually repair these tools. So if I was to, I actually have a hole here. This is where I was mining. So anyway, if we were to go down here and mine a little bit, if we go back up and throw it in the, we can put, well, actually, let's see. Is that not true? Maybe I'm wrong about this. I thought we could just repair it like this. All right. So you guys are probably face palming, but yeah, you can't do it that way. I forgot. You actually have to make these repair kits. Okay, so we make the repair kit. Then we load the repair kit with the material that we want. You can just like do this, keep doing it. So now if we take that and we put it in with our pick, we can get the pick fully repaired, and it will only take, so let's see, it's got repair efficiency is 30%. So this is a waste of materials, obviously, but it's got materials 1/8. I'm not sure what all that means. So if we grab this, you can see that it used just a little bit. So now materials 0.92/8. So it used, whatever, 0.8 or 0.08. And then as you get better tools, you can obviously get better repair kits. Actually, you can use crummy repair kits even on better tools. You can mix any materials that you want when you make pickaxes or whatever, and then they'll get different traits based on those things. On a lot of materials, I thought you would see where it would say not graded. Anyway, grading is really important for materials. So if you grade them, then they get like a bonus. So if you were to use whatever the machine is, I can't remember. Let's see, silent. It's like a grading station or something like that. Material grader. If you use the material grader, which needs blaze ingots and a bunch of junk, so we'll get that a lot later, but you can grade the materials, and when you get better materials, you'll want to grade them so that you actually have a chance of getting something better. So there's grades from like F to triple S or something like that, I think. And those grades determine the stats of the tool. So anyway, if you're used to tinkers, which I am, you'll probably find this to be a little strange. But it's really cool. I think there's some really like cool aspects to it, but it's just different. It's harder. It's been harder for me to learn. So I'm going to try not to die here. Let's see. I better actually run away for a second and heal up. There's been a lot of things to learn for me, and I just am just kind of learning. So I've still got a lot of learning to do, but that's the basics of that. So anyway, sorry. I know that was a little disjointed because I'm trying to do too many things at once and I'm not used to this. So I'm going to go kill this skeleton and get my house back, and then I'll be right back. There actually is a tree, like a string tree around here. I'll see if I can find it. It was only at like 40% when I saw it before. growth, but I think I can use string to make, let's see, wool. Is that true? Can I craft wool with string? Yeah, so 4 string will make me a wool, so I might be able to get enough for a bed, because if we get a bed, that would change our lives. Although I will say that even a bed's not going to help that much, especially since we get so many mobs spawning here. So what I'm going to really have to do is light up the area. But I do like this area. I think once I get the trees like broken down a little bit, and I can start getting some sunlight in, that'll help a lot. Anyway, so I'm going to go do some of that work. I'll try to come back if anything interesting happens, but I'm going to get work towards getting us set up with a house that isn't going to kill us and a bed so we can make some interesting things happen. I'll be right back. Excuse me. I found the tree. I was choked when I hit the record button, but not all of these are ready. So let's see. I've got the spider that I killed did not give me much. But having this tree around will be nice early on. We can get a little bit of wool from it, some string for stuff. So I've got, let's see, 6 pieces. That's not going to cut it. We're going to need 12 at least, right? So I think I'll keep going. Man, that creeper just hanging out. He's going to get me for sure. I don't think there was another tree. I wasn't sure this was where that tree was, but I looked around. I couldn't find another one. So this must be the one. So anyway, I will let that grow. I'll keep looking. Found an apple tree here too. I just kind of want to show you guys that. And then I'll be back. Okay, so another stinking creeper. They're just literally everywhere. I don't know if there's more creepers in the forest, if there's more creepers in this mod pack, or if I'm just not used to it. But anyway, all right. So you can see we got our tools made. Whoops, I don't know what I did there. We got our tools made, and we're pretty much ready to start kind of making some stuff happen. Let's go make the bed. We have 0 actual wood. So I think what I'm going to do is just show you guys. So we do have vein miner. One of the things I've noticed about this, that was the other thing I was going to say earlier, and I think I probably just got tongue-tied again. But one thing I was going to say is that another interesting way to manage food is with something like vein miner. You know, vein miner's a very powerful thing. A lot of people don't like it because it's too powerful, or maybe too overpowered. But it's so useful, and it keeps just the mundane junk out of your life. But it uses a lot of hunger. You can see I just chopped down a couple of trees, and I'm already, pretty hungry. So it actually is another reason to have food and to get better food with better saturation. I do think that the one problem you still end up with in all these mod packs, or in all of Minecraft, is that you can just kind of get one really good food, like decide that you're gonna eat, bread, or decide that you're gonna eat. Man, this is weird. I don't know if it's the yeah, see, sometimes it just misclicks, and it doesn't feel like it's behaving all that badly, but I don't know if it's OBS doing this to me or something else. But I'll have to check the videos and make sure they're actually going well. So I might do that right now and comment on anything that isn't going well. I'll try to go find some wood and get a few materials together. I do like to use this right here, these cobblestone bricks. You just craft 4 cobblestone together. It's a nice texture. I think some andesite mixed in there would be nice too. I think this rocky stone works. The thing I also miss is chisel, right? There's chisel for chisels and bits, but we don't have the chisel mod, and that's another mod that I rely on pretty heavily for getting different types of stone. So we'll try to find some andesite, use andesite, cobble, whatever, to mix up the cobblestone a little bit, try to find a wood that we like, and then come back and do some building. We got a bed now, got a little bit of materials, and if I could just get a house so that we could actually start doing some stuff. One of the mods I'm really excited about is Create. I haven't worked with that at all, and I've just seen people doing amazing things. That was one of the reasons that we decided to go with this mod pack. We were gonna actually go with MC Eternal and add a few mods that we like in, but the 2 things I just love. I love the bees in this pack, and I really am excited about Create. Let's see what else. I thought for sure they had Ender IO. I think there is thermal expansion, or whatever they call that now. Refined storage is in here. I think applied energistics. Let's see. Yeah, AE2 is in here, which is fantastic. Thermal, what is it? Series is now what it's called. So a lot of the stuff from thermal expansion is in here. Although it's interesting, I don't see, it doesn't really look the way I expect. Like these are all pretty similar to what I would expect to see. I don't know how you do the upgrades with these though, so that'll be really interesting. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. So I'm totally rambling again. Let me go. It's already dark, and I just need to sleep and go find some more wood and stuff. I'll be right back. Just to kind of give you an idea of the plan, create is high on my list. What I'll probably do first, as far as mods that I'm going to deal with, is immersive engineering. And one of the main reasons for that is that getting to just a little bit of immersive engineering power, and then doing powered lanterns is the best solution for a world like where we're living here. So powered lanterns actually keep mobs from spawning. I think it's in like a 32 block radius, something like that. But we have to get into just like a little bit of immersive engineering stuff to get the vacuum tubes, and then also to get a little power. So we'll probably either have like a water wheel or a windmill going, and that'll help us to get some power that we can use to light those lanterns. And even just like having that, getting like a water wheel and some lanterns will change everything, because then we can't oh, that scared me to death. We can't have hostile mobs spawning. We can't have hostile mobs spawning around just all over the place. And it's really cool for lighting too, because you don't have to like force lighting just for safety. And what I mean by that is like trying to find ways to get lighting into every little corner so that you're, not always worried about mob spawning in the corner where you have a dark spot. You can put up those lanterns, and then you can put lighting that looks cool, right? Like you can use these other lanterns. Like these are really cool lanterns, the regular Minecraft lanterns, all kinds of different lamps and stuff that there's in the game. All right, so I promised you guys that we were going to have a house by the end of this episode, so that's what I'm going to work towards. I still haven't got the wood yet that we're going to build it out of, but next time you see me, unless anything interesting happens between now and then, we will have, at least I'll start building the house and bring you guys in to think about the plans. All right, guys. Well, this is about what we have to work with. So let me just walk through here real quick. This is regular Minecraft bricks. This is clinker bricks from Immersive Engineering, actually Engineer's Decor, I guess. And I love those bricks. I like them more than the regular bricks. So I'll probably be using one of those for a fireplace or something. I kind of like those. I think it might look nice with this redwood plank. I'm really a big fan of the mangrove, actually. So this is the log and this is the plank. Yeah, it's interesting. I like white blocks, and these have a nice gray color to them, so those might be nice. This redwood is very oakish. I didn't realize how much it looked like the oak. I guess I should probably get this out of my hand because it is casting light right now. But anyway, so redwood, mangrove, mahogany. Mahogany planks are not great, but the log is okay. And then oak, of course, which I don't love. And then these are the stones we've got. So the regular old cobblestone bricks, rocky stone, which is just cobblestone and stone together. We have stone bricks. This is that white rock, which we found up on that where we got the chest. I don't have a lot of it, and then some marble, and we could get more of this pretty easy. I could tear down that thing and get a little bit more of this. I like marble for some things, but I don't know if it's good for like the starter cabin look. Anyway, and then most of these blocks can be done in slabs, like vertical slabs, which I really like. So this adds a lot of depth to builds. Anyway, so this is what I have to work with. I'll probably end up with, I don't even know, like some bricks, some of this, and a fair amount of this stuff. I don't have any andesite or anything else. I was going to try to avoid doing any major kind of digging or anything. So I want to make just a small house with a little bit of character. I'm going to try to keep it from just being square. We'll probably put a garden, like kind of garden farm area, like over here maybe, that we walk kind of through to get in and out of this area. I'm going to get started just doing a little house build. I'll come back and we'll wrap up the episode. I know it's running really long at this point. All right, guys, so I relogged and the tree came back. I'm not exactly sure what happened. You saw that, I think, a minute ago with the jungle sapling. It did the same thing. So it like grew the tree, but then it just wasn't there, and it was obviously some sort of a weird glitch. Now that is not quite what I was expecting to get. That tree's huge. All right, guys. Well, we've got a thing. It's not done, and I'm not sure it's pretty, but it's getting there, and we're running out of time. So I think what I better do, I'm spending a lot of time now just kind of trying to make some decisions about the structure here. I want to maybe get some feedback and see what you guys think, and then, well, if there's anybody watching. I actually don't hate the colors that we came out with. I think, let me sleep real quick. I think that the mahogany actually ends up working really well with that gray, even though it's kind of a purple color, and I'm not sure what it would look like. I'm not sure what it would look like in without shaders, but I think it would actually probably do all right. So, yeah, so I like that color with the foundation. I really like the redwood trim. I'll be adding a redwood deck, so that'll really tie this together. I think the redwood deck with the redwood trim will look nice. And I can tell already that I'm actually going to want to bring these out. I think I'm going to bring all of these out one more, at least on these ends, and probably all over. So the fireplace will be built out a little bit and go up through the roof. So I'm going to do that. I'll work on that off camera, or maybe in the next episode. I'll probably record some of it, put it at the beginning of the next episode. But yeah, I think it's actually coming together. This is my new mine that I started, and just to get stone so I can repair my tools. Yeah, from this side, it looks pretty good. So I think actually I'm really liking it. I mean, given that I've limited myself to very few materials, I tried to just basically see what I could get out of a 5-minute exploration and then build a house with that. I'm pretty happy with it. I even like this door. And inside, just to kind of give you a quick tour around here. So yeah, I like this little kind of just separation. This will be a kitchen over here, with maybe a little table for dining, and then this is kind of the entry into the main part of the house. So we'll have like either a library or sitting area over here. The fireplace, obviously here, it'll be sunken a little bit with, some stuff around. What I'll probably do is slab at this level, at least over here above the kitchen, and maybe a little bit of this room. Actually, probably, yeah, definitely above there, and then probably at least a little bit of this room, so there'll be a walkway so that I can have an area up there. It won't be very tall, but I can have some storage up there. What I usually have done in the past is like build my tinker smeltery and my chimney kind of at the same area. We're not going to have a tinker smeltery, so I'll just build my chimney however I want. I'll make the back side of it kind of like a forge, so almost like a shared chimney for the fireplace on the inside and a forge on the outside. And then I'll kind of, fence this off and have just a little like work yard here. Anyway, it's a beautiful world. I'm really impressed with this mod pack. I'm impressed with 1.16 and the new Biomes of Plenty stuff, and just everything so far has been really cool. So yeah, I think we did something good here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll do a little bit more work on this, and we'll get back at it next time. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.